We started holding out help in 2008. Our purpose is to really take people who are lost and who are broken or maybe have been abused from a polygamous culture and really align them with all the necessary resources for them to be able to get on their feet and become self-sufficient and really thrive in our community.
And like check in with her, see how things are going since she's moved out.
I was quite young when my ex-husband started grooming me. At the age of 13, like that's when it started. My ex-husband was 28 years older than me. I'm like, I don't want my girls to go through this. And so I started to make a plan essentially to leave. I had an 8th grade education. I didn't have a driver's license, all those things.
When they land on my doorstep, we're dealing with post-traumatic stress. We're dealing with somebody who's probably been abused and doesn't realize they've been abused, undereducated.
I mean, it might sound dumb, but you are very much taught that if you leave, like there's something bad that's gonna happen to you.
We offer all kinds of services here, anything from food and clothing and shelter and safety, really the basic necessities of life. And then once they're able to settle their nervous system down, we start focusing on their futures.
Transitioning into the real world is really hard because in the culture, everything is fear-based. We were taught to be afraid of everything. I was afraid of the police. I was afraid of doctors. I was afraid of school, the school staff for my children, right? Like everything was scary.
I've needed to rethink pretty much everything. The way of life, it was hard, it still is difficult, but I would definitely leave again in a heartbeat. Because I now see my bright future. Like I have the freedom, I have everything that I could really want. And at the time, like I didn't know what that was like.
Aside from the physical needs, our clients are in desperate need of really releasing that bondage in their brain that they're not good enough or they're condemned to hell because they're no longer in their communities.
Something that I am still learning in therapy is I'm not still that 13-year-old girl. I'm still there. Like I still identify as a 13-year-old girl. And it's been really hard to have relationships because I am still there.
So we are not a rescue agency, but we have been privileged to do about 6 different rescues this year alone.
We've got Roger, and we're heading to Enoch, Utah to see if we can get some precious kids that need to be returned.
Mothers have chosen to walk away, and the other spouse is still within the community. And so when these children go to visit the fathers, they're conveniently running away. And so now these children are missing. And so I will grab hold of one of our pro bono attorneys who will file in a court of law for the children to have an immediate release back to the mother. And then we will set on a mission to find the children.
Well, it says that law enforcement will assist from Iron County.
Law enforcement goes in with us and they actually do the recovery of the children.
White passenger van is unloading girls at that house.
The quicker you move and the faster you get them out, the quicker and safer it's going to be because FLDS people will start descending on the house.
And then we reunite them with the mother and get them to safety.
You feel okay about it?
We've been waiting for days.
Oh, they just came out.
Yeah, those are my girls' hearts touching.
Well, listen to me, you gotta stay strong because this is the right thing to do, and you know those girls would have been married off.
Yes, they would have.
Are you okay?
It's a very patriarchal society, and I think that these men have really big egos, and they're also under a tremendous amount of pressure to perform and to be what their doctrine tells them that they need to be. I think they crack, they just kind of snap. The sexual abuse runs rampant. It's a very, very severe. and the physical abuse.
It's a very faith-based community, and we want to say, but they believe in God. Well, are they really following that? Like, if you're allowing underage marriages, incest, essentially human trafficking, how can you call yourself a follower of God? Because that's not the God I know.
I personally was approached by several men from the age of 12 to 16, 17 that said, your grandfather said that I get the pick of his available granddaughters and I want to meet you and talk to you.
They're coming out, I truly believe, because the abuses are getting worse, and our statistics show that, so. Yeah.
Women and girls are a currency. They're a form of power, and they can be traded and bartered, and so you really, growing up in it, you're a number. It's not just the men that are abusive. I know a handful of women that are extremely abusive to their children and their sister wives, and it just continues. The cycle continues.
Men just need as much services as the women do. There's nothing we don't offer here for them. When they're in the closed environments, they're on this treadmill. And this treadmill is very difficult to get off of because they've got their church duties, they've got a lot of wives, they've got all these children, and sometimes they live in a lot of guilt and shame for some of the actions that they took in their communities.
How I left was essentially like I had to make sure he was gone. Because I've tried time and again to leave. I started to make a plan. I put money aside. I kept skimming my ex-husband's wallet because I didn't really have access to money. And so I'd skim his wallet whenever I could. And I rented a U-Haul. I told my siblings, I'm like, you either bring the sheriff, if he's here, or if he's gone, then, just come and help me move. And it was a Sunday, and I made sure that he was gone, and they came, and I whisked my children out the garage because every time that I tried to leave, he would try to hide them. I didn't have anything packed. I didn't have anything done. 45 minutes it took us to fill that thing, and we just took it to a storage unit, and I'm like, I don't care where I land, I'm not going back.
When they leave a closed society, they lose their family, friends, their social structure, often their religious, their faith. We try to build those social bonds again and connections and find what they're passionate about, and just let them know they're no longer alone, just really.
Go slow. Go slow. Have both of you go see Mary.
There's definitely parts of my old life that I do miss. Probably more the community, the togetherness. I feel like you have to kind of find that again, and being shunned by everybody. That part's hard. The most rewarding thing in my life has been just recreating myself and recreating my whole entire life. So I can explain that to my girls and say, we're not going through this anymore. We can be happy. We can, do whatever we want, Sky's the limit.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, glad that you have to leave. Bye. Oh.
Then yes, I'm scared sometimes, but probably one of the biggest blessings in my life of watching people get healed.
Anyone that can help, holding out help, just needs to know that you are helping so many people, so many single moms like me, and it's changing generations. My daughters will be able to live different lives than what I lived or what my mom lived or even what my grandma lived.
What appointment times we get, but Hope likes to sleep through the appointments sometimes.
Holding out help helps people that come out of polygamy I'm really sorry that that happened.
It's super humbling. Like to watch a client that goes from a terrified child to a functioning adult in our world and can't stop thanking us. And I'm like, no, you did it. I just got to be along for the ride.